Hi everyone! Today it will be a slightly different video as I'm finally starting my fragrance trays. Even though it is mid-April, I thought that I can still share what I put on my tray and what fragrances I would like to prioritize in the upcoming few weeks. My main goal with this tray was to remind myself to wear a couple of older favorites and also to keep on testing some newer releases so that I will be able to come back to you with the final verdict, just as I promised. But I will not necessarily restrict myself to wear only what's on this tray. It is rather a reminder, as I said, and I will come back to you with the updates in the monthly roundup videos. So let's just jump into it. In terms of the weather, April can still be a bit chilly, but in general, I expect that we will have some very beautiful sunny days, so I try to pick some very happy, slightly tropical, fruity floral perfumes. The first pick will be Lucky Candy from Montal. Well, Montal is a really hit and miss house, but I really like this release. I think it is from 2 years ago. It is a very sweet, candy-like, fruity floral perfume with some tropical touches. I think it has either ylang ylang or frangipani that gives that creamy tropical feel, and it is just a great perfume for those days when it is still a bit cooler in the morning, but then the sun comes out later the day and it gets a little bit warmer. So this is Lucky Candy from Montal. The next one will be another Montal perfume. This is Holy Neroli. It is a very sweet, almost like honeyed sweet neroli perfume, and it is slightly sharp and green smelling at the same time, which is very nicely contrasted with that super sweet, syrupy sweetness. I really like this one, but this is typically a perfume that you will only enjoy if you are not afraid of white flowers. So this is Holy Neroli. Let's move on to something that I would like to test a little bit further. It is Million Gold for Her Pure Diamonds, which has just a beautiful bottle. It was really born to be displayed. But I also like the scent, of course. It is a peachy, fruity floral perfume that has a slight shampoo-y vibe, but it is a very sweet, girly fragrance that dries down into a vanillic, sweet floral perfume. So this is Pure Diamonds for Her. So the next one will also follow the same vibes. It is Jasmine Freak from room 1015. Now, I have to admit that I got this one on a whim and I just blind bought it just because of the hype. It is a jasmine fragrance which is supposed to have a tropical addition which should come from the mango. However, I don't really smell too much of that mango. At least, I don't remember that I was able to pick it up. I hope that now that it has been sitting for a while, I will be able to smell more of the mango. So this is Jasmine Freak. Then let's move on to some smaller formats. And then I will see if I can add one or two more bigger perfumes to the tray if they will fit. So I wanted to add Tilia from Marc-Antoine Barrois, as this is just perfect for this time of the year. I have seen Gates talking about it the other day, and it really reminded me that I have to give more love to this perfume. It is a beautiful linden blossom perfume that also has some muskiness that is making the perfume reminding me to other fragrances like Valaya or Fleur Narcotique. So Tilia goes on the tray. So let's move on to the next one, which is going to be a classic rose perfume, and it is C from Armani. And if I'm not mistaken, this is the original one, and this is currently the only format that I own from this version. Now, I wanted to pull this out as I keep craving for rose perfumes, and hopefully this will satisfy this craving. Then I'm adding 3 10 ml travel sprays, and the first one is going to be Destin from Balmain. This is the fragrance that I already reviewed for you, but I really would like to keep on testing it and decide if I want the full bottle of it. It is just a great fruity floral perfume with a very prominent strawberry note that it is not sharp or synthetic at all. So Destin goes onto the tray. Then I'm also adding a travel size of Soleil Neige from Tom Ford. Now, this is the new reformulated version that is slightly more crisp and muskier than the original one in my opinion. I would like to keep on testing this one as well, and I think this time of the year will be just perfect for it. So let's see. And then the last one from this small format will be the Wedding Silk Santal from Kayali, which is a slightly fruity sandalwood and vanilla perfume that it is very feminine, classy, powdery, and also ethereal. I really like this perfume, and I also own the bigger size of it, and I'm putting this small one on the tray to remind myself to first spray from the big bottle and then put this one into my bag to be able to respray it during the day if it's needed. Then I think I will add 2 more perfumes that I would like to keep on testing. The first one is Lancôme Idole Peach and Roses. And it is a big favorite of mine from earlier this year, and adding this one as well to basically have a lighter and flirtier rose perfume on the tray. I already reviewed it, and as you can see there is already a mini dent going on here, but I would like to decide if I should get a bigger bottle from this one as well. So this is Lancôme Idole Peach and Roses. So the other one that I would like to use and also test a little bit more is Angel Blush from Mugler. It is a powdery, musky almond perfume that carries some of the angel DNA. But here, the patchouli is not disturbing, it is not sharp at all. I just enjoy that slightly fruitiness that the patchouli adds to it. This is a beautiful one, but I would like to recommend to test it first. Then I think there is still some more place for some good old favorites that I have been loving for years. The first one is Carolina Herrera's 212 Sexy. This is a discontinued perfume, but I think you can still find it on some discounter websites. It is a floral, sweet perfume with a lot of cotton candy and also some pepperiness on the top. It is very sweet and very, very early 2000s smelling, which is quite nostalgic to me. So this is 212 Sexy. And I will make some space for one more. I hope it will fit. And the last perfume that I'm adding to this tray is going to be Jesus de Pozos Halloween Blossom. This perfume is in the same realm as Donna Born in Roma or Prada Paradox. Very sweet, fruity floral with quite nice lasting power. And the best part of it is that you can find this fragrance super cheap on European discount websites. So this is going to be my tray for the upcoming 2 to 3 weeks. I have to say I really like the vibe and also the color theme of this tray. It looks very pink, sunny and tropical, very happy. I hope you enjoy this format, and if you would like to chat about the perfumes that you have on your tray, please do it down below in the comments. I always do my best to reply everyone, as I just love talking about perfumes with you. If you like fragrance tray content or just chatty perfume videos, then also consider to subscribe. And until the next time, just keep on smelling good and feeling good. Bye bye.